What's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Man, it has been a minute since I haven't said this in a long time. Smash that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. I do plan on bringing back more videos. I do plan on posting more often. Just been a lot of delays, a lot of things going on in my life that have stopped me. And to be honest, the channel up until this point hasn't really been a priority. I'm sure you guys can understand how that is when something isn't like an income producer or something along those lines. You know, right now it's more of a hobby. And to be quite honest, I haven't done too much with cars lately. It's been a while. I have been ordering parts, as you can see over there. We got, dude, we got there's literally so many parts I have to install for the E36 and the E92. Both of them have a ton. The main holdup, if you've caught my previous videos, is the garage that I'm trying to turn from a woodworking garage into a car garage for me to work on cars. That has been epically delayed. I ordered the stuff for the transformation like May. It was supposed to be here into June, then into July, and now they're saying the end of August. So that's been a huge holdup, and it's kind of put a lot of this stuff on the back burner. So I really haven't done too much, but I have a ton of stuff for both projects. What we're working on today though, not so much the E36, because the E36 is basically ready in its form for a track day, and that's what we're preparing for. So this weekend I actually have 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, out at COTA for a NASA in NASA. I'm just gonna call it NASA because it makes me feel intelligent. I got a NASA event out there Saturday and Sunday, and I want to bring both cars. I want to try one day and one the other day. The E36 is pretty much good to go. It has the wheel woods, which I haven't actually taken out on track yet. It's got a fresh oil change. The pads are fresh. Everything's basically ready for the track for this car. The E92, however, needs an oil change and it needs a brake refresh. It doesn't technically need a brake refresh in terms of pads and rotors, but it does need fresh fluid. I don't know when the fluid has been changed. So I'm either going to do one of two things. I'm going to change the oil for sure, and then I'm going to do a full brake job, pads, rotors, fluid, or I may just do the fluid and go on these brake pads and rotors since they are still good, and then refresh the pads and rotors later on down the line when I have fresh fluid in there. So I'm not sure. I'm going to for sure change the oil though. We'll see how long that takes. It shouldn't actually take too long. Obviously, it's just an oil change. And then from there, I'll kind of figure out how long it will take to do the brake refresh. But this video is going to span over multiple days since I'm going to try and record as much as I can out at COTA because I've never been out there. And for any of you guys into tracking cars, I mean, Circuit of the Americas, come on. That's where Formula One goes. That's where everywhere goes. Every series goes out there. It's an epic track. I'm so jacked to finally be going out there. It sucks that it's in the middle of July and it's going to be a little hot, but we've had some funky weather in Texas. It's been a little cooler than normal. So anyway, I'm going to get down to doing the oil change on the E92, and you know, you don't need to see too much of that. I have a flatbed trailer I rented from U-Haul that I'm going to pick up tomorrow. I'm probably going to go get tech inspection done on one of the cars Friday just to make Saturday a little easier. And then, yeah, we're going to be towing one car there Saturday and one car there Sunday. Dude, I'm so jacked. I'm so jacked. And by the way, not only do I have carbon hood back there, I did pick up a carbon GT4 wing. That is a Turner Motorsport skid panel. I have a carbon lip that goes up front. I have new kidney grills. Oh gosh, look at it. I have OMP seats that need to be installed. I have new side markers. Dude, this car is going to be completely transformed. Literally, as soon as I can start working on it. Completely transformed. I have so many parts. And then the E36, I have a ton of parts that I've been wanting to put on forever that are more like restoration parts. Like, I have a new one of these trim panels. I have a bunch of new, basically, like I said, restoration parts. I have a new diffuser that goes back here to replace this crusty old diffuser. There's a ton of stuff that needs to be installed on this as well. But again, it hasn't really been a priority up until recently, and especially until I get the garage done. But for now, I know I'm rambling, I do that too much. Let's get started on the E92 so that can get prepped and ready to go out to COTA. All right, boys, so quick update. The oil is changed. 8 liters of BMW 10W60, good to go. So that's good. Now I am, you know, I'm going to do the brake job as well, mainly because I want to do a fluid flush and put in the Motul. But you know, I probably could run these pads and rotors and be fine, but this is a heavy car. COTA's a fast track. There's not too much of the pads left, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace it all now. I've never done it before, so it might take me a little longer. I may be able, or one option is to wait and see if I need them, and then maybe do them during the track day. But the one thing I don't want to happen is to have needed it done and then not being able to get it done for some reason. So I'm just going to do it now. It's Thursday. I probably won't be tracking this car until Sunday. So if something comes up, I need a tool, I need something, at least I'll have Friday and Saturday to complete it. So I'm going to get started on this brake job now and watch a tutorial video and hopefully get this done by hopefully tonight, but realistically probably tomorrow sometime. All right, so it's a new day. The E92, I did get the front brakes done, but I just was texted got a text from a buddy who said these Techstar pads are pads that I do not want to run out at COTA. So I may not bring the E92 because the odds of me finding decent pads before Sunday, it's Friday right now, really slim to none. But not to worry, I still have the E36, which is all ready to go on the flatbed, whatever you want to call this. Got it all buttoned up, ready to go to COTA for the tech inspection on a Friday. Gonna leave it there overnight and then get there tomorrow, Saturday morning, to try and make the check-in tomorrow a little easier. So we are heading off to COTA. It's a new day and I have some splaining to do. So last I believe you guys saw, I was attempting to finish up the brake job on the E92, and I was pretty adamant that I wasn't going to take it to the track because the Techstar pads. So a few things happened. One, I went to the track and I towed the E36 there on a U-Haul flatbed trailer. There she is, and as you can tell, we had some issues. So without getting into too much storytelling, which I kind of have to do, my plan was to run Saturday with the E36 and then bring that car home and run Sunday with the E92, just to kind of compare time, see how each of them were different, blah blah blah. But with that being said, the first run of the day I wanted to do with no cameras, just because I've never been on COTA. And it's a big track. There are a lot of braking points to learn. There's a lot of high-speed straights. So I just wanted to kind of play a little safe, not record my first time out there so I could learn entries, exits, apexes, all that stuff. Very first lap of the very first session, it wasn't even a full lap. It was what they call the warm-up lap, where you're just getting out there. Green flag wasn't waving yet. Very first lap, I spin on turn like 10, 11, somewhere around there. And I've done enough track days to know I didn't do anything wrong. I was going very slow and it just spun. And I told my instructor, I'm like, I have no clue what happened there. I did not let up off the throttle. I maintained throttle. I didn't hit anything that I saw. So we spun, went off track. And when I was trying to get back on track, once the track was clear, I noticed my power steering was shot. And I thought, okay, maybe I lost a belt. Maybe something weird happened. So I limped it back to the pits. I couldn't see anything visually, but I could see power steering fluid. So that was about 9:45, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Loaded it up on the trailer, got it back here. It's about an hour drive. Got it back here around 11:30. Attempted to finish the brake job on the E92. So basically, basically what I did there was I changed the front pads and rotors, left the back the way they were, because the pads and rotors in the back, pads and rotors all around were pretty good anyway, but it has 175,000 miles. I didn't know when the last time they were changed, so I changed the front pads, rotors, left the rear stock or the way it is, and put high temp brake fluid, which for the most part was the whole thing I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to make sure there was just high temp fluid in there, because when you're on a track you need high temp fluid. So I got done doing all of that at around 3:30, 4 o'clock on Saturday. I towed the E92 back to COTA, an hour drive, got it there, left it there for Sunday's session, and then Sunday I finally had some real time on the track, but I forgot all my camera equipment. With everything that was going on, I literally just spaced it, and you know what, it's probably for the better. I didn't have to worry about it. I was able to learn COTA, went out for 3 sessions, 30 minutes each session, somewhere around there, had an amazing time and learned an absolute ton. But after I got back from COTA Sunday night, basically rested because I was just beat from the weekend, started to dig in to what happened to the E36, and initially I thought it was the power steering pump. Lo and behold, it was not. It was my ZHP rack. I'll try to insert a picture here. But the shaft that comes out from the rack that mounts to the Jibo, whatever joint that mounts to your steering shaft, there is a seal that goes around that shaft in the steering rack, and that was exploded basically. So it flung fluid. The reason I spun, I believe, is because once that blew, and there's still some fluid down there, power steering fluid hit my rear tires and just spun me right around. There was probably oil on the track, but I don't think they stopped any of the sessions. So, and I didn't know there was oil on the track. So what I had to do was yesterday I rushed as much as I could to send that rack back to Rack Doctor where I bought it, because they have a lifetime warranty on their racks. But the gentleman who does the rebuilds is leaving for like 17 days, August 5th. So if I didn't get it to him like ASAP, I would be waiting for probably until the end of August to get that rack back. So I had to rush, didn't really have time to record it again. And you know, sometimes you don't want to see me rush to take out a steering rack. There's just other stuff I could be filming. But I rushed to take out the steering rack, got that removed. So now this steering rack is being rebuilt. I may rebuild the steering pump as well. Brett Bremond, M Sport Parts, he has a cool little guide on his website on how to rebuild those. So I may go ahead and do that during this downtime. But what I think I'm going to do right now is work on putting on the carbon hood and the carbon trunk. And I also, somewhere in this disaster, where is it at? Oh, right here. I have a carbon wing, GT4 carbon wing, which I am beyond stoked about. The E92, I've come to the conclusion I had so much fun at COTA. The E92, I'm going to turn into as much of a race car as I deem necessary. I don't think I'm going to gut it entirely, but it's definitely going to be trending more towards race car than street car. I got those to install too. So that's where we're at with the COTA weekend / my birthday weekend. It was an awesome time. NASA, however you want to say it, they put on an amazing weekend, and it was a great price because it was so hot out there. The E92, again, I can't say it enough. This thing performed flawlessly all weekend, especially for having 175,000 miles. For me not having driven it much, basically just doing the TCKs and the brakes and then just random maintenance, the rod bearings and stuff like that, this thing performed awesome. I am beyond stoked to really start tearing this thing apart. All right, that's enough talking. I think what I'm going to do is start working on the, actually I'm going to make that into a new video, because this one is just going to be a hey, how are you video because I haven't recorded in so long. So if y'all are new to the channel, I normally do videos a little different. This one was mostly talking just because, I don't know, it's chaos. This isn't my job. It's just, yeah, this video is a little bit random. But if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe. I hope to see you guys on the next video, which should entail either some build stuff or some track day stuff or anything car related. I hope you guys are doing well. See you on the next video. Peace.